in a quiet corner of Nazareth, as the first light of morning reaches across the hills, Mary and Joseph prepare for a journey that will change the world. The decree of an emperor has set Israel in motion, sending every family back to the town of their fathers. For Joseph, that town is Bethlehem, and so the path of prophecy begins to unfold. Mary, carrying the promised child, steps into the open air of Nazareth with a courage that belies her youth. Her body is weary, the time of birth drawing near, yet her spirit is steady. Joseph walks beside her with watchful resolve, guiding her toward the caravan of travelers headed south. Together, they take their place among ordinary people, farmers, merchants, families, all unaware that the hope of creation moves silently within their midst. The road stretches long before them, winding through the rugged terrain of Galilee and dropping into the warm, dry valley near the Jordan. Days pass in a rhythm of dust and sunlight. Mary shifts between walking and riding, each step a testament to her endurance. Joseph keeps pace beside her, carrying their provisions, helping her over stones and uneven ground, shielding her from the press of the crowd when the path narrows. Their journey is not glamorous. It is slow, uncomfortable, and heavy with the weight of uncertainty. Yet every mile is shaped by the unseen hand of God, guiding them toward a town spoken of long before. As the travelers draw closer to Judea, the road grows crowded. Streams of people merge toward Bethlehem, families returning to their ancestral homes, each seeking a place to stay before nightfall. Mary's breathing grows more labored. The signs of approaching birth are unmistakable. Joseph quickens his steps, scanning the rising hills for the familiar silhouettes of David's town. And at last, Bethlehem appears, built along the slope like an ancient stairway, its narrow streets pulsing with the sound of returning generations. But Bethlehem is bursting. Homes are filled to overflowing, guest rooms occupied by travelers who arrived earlier in the day. Joseph searches for a place where Mary can rest, yet door after door is closed, not out of cruelty, but simple lack of space. The town is full, and time is running out. Mary leans against the wall, struggling through the waves of pain, while Joseph continues the desperate search for any shelter that can hold them through the night. Finally, a small, humble space is offered. Not a room prepared for guests, but a place where animals are kept warm and dry. It is rough. It is simple. It is the last place one would expect the arrival of a king. Yet, in the quiet purposes of God, it is exactly where heaven intends to touch the earth. Inside this low, dim shelter, Mary lowers herself onto fresh straw, Joseph at her side. The noises of Bethlehem fade into the distance. The world narrows to breath, to labor, to the trembling anticipation of a promise fulfilled. And then, in a moment unseen by the busy crowds above, the child is born, the one foretold by prophets, carried in the heart of God before the foundations of the world. Mary wraps him in swaddling cloths and lays him gently in a manger, the only resting place available, transforming the feeding trough of beasts into the cradle of the Messiah. Here, in the most unexpected place, the light of the world enters the darkness. No fanfare, no earthly celebration, only the soft breath of a newborn, the rustle of straw, and the quiet awe of two faithful servants who followed the call of God into the unknown. And as the night deepens over Bethlehem, heaven prepares to break its silence, for the news of this birth will not remain hidden for long.